Thank you so much, Mr. Kadu. And I want to take this opportunity to greet you all. Bombers! Oi. Bombers! Oi. Yeah, I want to thank you for training hard. Today is a very good day for us because it's the first time I've come to the camp. It's the first time I've come to visit you since you began your training. I understand you've been here for the last 2.5 months. And I didn't come alone. I came with big people. This gentleman is the Assistant General Secretary of National Council of Sports, Mr. Chebet Milton. Umulabi. The next is a senior person at NCS, Mr. Kasumba. Later, Jakogera Kukubitiwa, Byona Byaina. As Kasumba is one of our key people, National Council of Sports. Then Batambude no Muchala, Bajamwanjura. But Wangamimbu, the intern, she's an intern for NCS. Aiga knows the into sports management and all that. OHTwa, Ham Stadium. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are other people here that have come with me. Mr. Bule, Karufuse cameraman atekati. Heavyweight champion with Guanga. Tebazaro Abdu, former champion and also member of the Professional Boxing Licensing Commission, Uganda Boxing Federation. Kajabasigadde wano is the media agenda wano. You're live? Yeah. So the media, thank you so much for coming through. Now, there are so many coaches ababadde mu camp eno wabachali mu camp that really we must thank. Waliwo bakocha bali official abalina okubeera ku tiimu ne bakocha basupporting the camp eno. And for that njabasaba muyimirire coach Abe, tiimu yonna ya Ham Stadium, bakochi mwena actually, coach Abe gwali, coach Isima oliwa, coach Abu Chimpi, mwena mubadde we muli tebabalaba wetaaga busema babalabeko. Coach yanjula abakochi bonna boyina wano sebo. Coach oitweta na kumanjira Vice President Mulamba. So tubali ni bakochi bameka. Coach Mayanja. Bakochi bameka abadde mu camp. Yeah.
I have 9.
So this is the Mr. Milton. This is the best camp ever for boxing because we have had 9 coaches nga mu training abaana bano. Ne coach Abuda badajja. So whereas the official coaches bali bana, but the whole entire camp has about 10 coaches, as you can see, trying to give the best they can to this team so that we can get medals in the Commonwealth Games. So I thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 boxers that are going to go to the Commonwealth Games. And those 6 boxers, if I recall by name, Katushabe Jangu Wakulabeko wano. Katushabe Angel, right? Light fly.
Yes.
Then Sigara wano Wakulabe. Then omulala gundi Nakalema Emily. Then we have Kemis Ibrahim. Then there's Batenu, who's also the captain of the team. Bateso. Then we have Ojok, Alfred. Then Aziz Ringo. So this is the team of 6 boxers. What do I see, Dave? Mwedeyo. So this is a team of 6 boxers that will represent Uganda in the Commonwealth Games 2026, and we wish them all the best. I want to present them to you. good enough. You've seen how they are training. They are putting in so much effort. And I'm confident that if they continue the way they are going, we'll bring medals for Uganda. You guys, you have no excuse. Uganda, in the last Commonwealth Games, since I became president, 2018, we got a bronze medal from Australia. That was Juma Miro. We missed narrowly to get other medals from Shadilmu and Semuju. We missed narrowly. But Miro was able to bring us a bronze medal. So the last Commonwealth Games, we were in Birmingham. We were able also to get a bronze medal. Because our boxer, she fought and lost, but still she won a medal. How it happened was the weight didn't have so many boxers. So whoever would get into the medal bracket would get the medal. So tetwagala kufuna medal za kukwatamu. Twagala tufune medal nga tukoze eki? Nga tuzikoleredde, nga tuwangudde. Katushabe, twagala medal nga tukoze eki? You guys, you're the best boxers. We have been telling the General Secretary, there is no boxer in Uganda asobola okuvayo n'agamba nti weight y'abaana asobola kuba. Taliyo. Ngari mu Uganda. Because these guys have gone through a lot of trials through Champions League. They have also had eliminations. I was telling you that Kemisi was the last one to suffer. Because Kemisi had three times to fight for this position. So, boxer na nanga muna Uganda, tasobola kuvayo n'agamba nti Kemisi nkola ki? Because you've seen it all. Mbade mula mu Champions League. And whoever wanted to represent that weight should have come up. So I'm very confident that this is the best that we have. Now, echinabere wetu nga tugenze Commonwealth, ekyo kijja kuba kirala. Ne wane Uganda mwe bakola ki? Mwe ba champion baffe. Bombers. Aha, naye bwe mbadde mu traininga, waliwo ebintu byenda benze nganze as an ITO, where I think coach Mayanja, head coach, I have to introduce him. This is the head coach of the team. Coach Mayanja, sikuwa kulaveko. Is the head coach because we have a policy, General Secretary, because we were having an absence of a national training facility like this one, so we don't have a permanent coach. So what we do is through the trials that we have through Champions League, now the boxers that make it to the national team, now we look back and look at the coaches where they are coming from. You get the point. So which means any coach has a chance to be on the national team for as long as your boxers have made to the national team. Now, these guys come from different clubs. So ideally we would have like 4 coaches or 5 coaches to be in the national team. But now also the resources become a factor. If the money is not enough, and maybe because UOC told us we have only 2 officials on the team, that means you have to take 1 coach and maybe 1 official from the federation. So now, whereas Coach Rola Kadiango and Coach Kawuye and Coach Semana, whereas they all qualify Semambo, but now the resources limited us. But we hope in the near future, as we now work with the National Council of Sports, we have a good relationship. We think that we'll be able to have a training facility in Okwam Stadium, a wali ring, a wali fitness center, so that we can have now a permanent coach. Ngabera ku team throughout kumwaka kumwaka. So no Rachel, that will improve as time goes by. So no Rachel, you can take your seats, champions. And then I want also to take this opportunity to thank Ham Stadium so much, because Ham Stadium, they have given us this facility to train. As you can see, they are doing business on their side, but somehow they have also allowed us to train from here. It's a big inconvenience, but we thank Hamis Chigundu and the whole entire management, and it's truly Coach Abe, Coach Isima, team yona, really, we thank you so much. Era mutadewo mugongo for the national team. Truly Murazenti Ham Stadium is the home of sports in Uganda, because they didn't really give us a hard time. They could have said, you go and train from some other place. So we thank them so much. And also I want also to thank our Vice President, in charge of technical, Mr. Lianda Patrick. Wakurayima Kensusu. He's a two-time Olympian. Vice technical. He's the most experienced coach in Uganda. Yeah, he's done it all. He has been in Olympics, everywhere you want to talk about, and he has also been trying to support the team. The other people I've seen here from the Federation, Mr. Sula Kamoga, Vice President Admin, all the staff of the Federation. Michelle, I saw Michelle around. She has disappeared. She's very instrumental. Our competitions manager, yes. You see, when you talk about the Bombers, people think it is you who are going out. But you've seen her work, looking for your visas, application, your documentation. She's doing so much work in the background, and we must also thank her. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Herbert Matovu. Herbert Matovu, champion. He's a professional boxer. He has dedicated all his time to train with the team. Like I told you, he also has a fight in South Africa. We're going to be defending a title. We're going to have a title challenge. So, John Bakurayoko General Secretary. Boxer, he fights for money. That's what it means for professional boxing. Now here, we should have been paying him as he's been fighting. So, we're going to kusanya title, we're going to college. WBC Africa. WBC Africa is World Boxing Council Africa. So he's going to challenge it in South Africa. Fight yard. Kumi July. So Sigaza like weekend game bidi. Weekend bidi. So he's been training with the team. He's cleared by the federation to go and compete. So these are some of the professional people that we are working with. Say whenever they know. So you need to bring that title to National Council. Because every time Onyango wins, he comes, you give him lots of things. The football guy. Even Cheptegei. So this is your time. But for Maro create title yo, ngarujitwala ku National Council. Ngabatandikirawo. So ladies and gentlemen, I also want to thank National Council. We have a very good relationship with National Council. Of course, twetaganya sente ezokurunninga campuses, but tuyambyeko awamu mu preparation mu identification, because national team ina stages nganya waliwo stage yoku identifying, right, nekuwako ne stage yoku training. So now you have been identified and now you are into the camp. Remember ku novices twapimisa boxanga wameka anajukira ku novices close to about 860 boxers about ku novices. Now you can imagine to identify 6 boxers out of 860. So boxing is different. It's not like football whereby coach will come and say, oh, you're single kusambaje ku team. Now the 860 have to keep on competing. They are eliminating themselves. Nemuva ku runana, nemugenda ku lukaga, nemugenda ku bibiri mpaka nemutuwa ku bantu mukaga. So when we talk about national team, it's a journey. Kakati Mr. Aziz Ringo, you've walked that journey since when you began, from novice to intermediate to Champions League, now until you've made it to the national team. So it's not a simple journey. It requires a lot of resources, a lot of work, and we must work with National Council in this regard. The other time when Dr. Guel came to the competition, the boxing competition, he promised me that they are going to give you good allowance before you travel. Good allowance before you travel. We are also going to make sure at least 2 weeks before you travel, we get the residential camp, because I'm non-residential. So ati mweyongera okubanga mukola ki nga mutereze ekintu kyammwe. Boxing twali twafuna obuzibu ng'abantu batuteeka mu kifaananyi ekyokubeera nga tulwana ne government. So this time kino ekisanya kye tulimu saagala kuddamu kulaba nga boxing tugipresentinga ng'erwana neki ne government. We must work with the government to be able to achieve kino kye tukola ki kye twetaaga. Si wekiri kati mulimu bannaffe nga ne bwekubeerawo akasobya nga katono oba kadire nga tutandikirawo okuyomba. Ngamwanja ali ku TV akaya na daily, which wasn't a solution. So sometimes government can delay funds, sometimes it's so delaying because now by na system zaabwe. So the solution is to continue to do what? To work together. Era mwe banamawulire abadde balooza tujja kuba tulwana ne government ebyawedde. We are no longer fighting with the National Council, with the UOC. We just have to keep on collaborating so that we are able to build the sport of boxing. Tulifenako y'ensonga. So we can only wait for National Council whenever to what the resources to buy allowances zamwe as they have promised. And any other support. Bangai baba pimye uniform zemugenda okwambala, that is already done. So you see they are also trying, and you also have to keep on working together. I know even some visas distance okufuluma. Michelle told me that some visas, they will not tell you, but some of you visas distance okolachi okufuluma katusokuwa visa tena okolachi no itamu. Naye some of you visas distance okolachi okufuluma, so train nga muri confident kuchimugenda kwanga mukola. Ensonga endala jengenda okunotinga eri bit technical. Coach Mayanja ne Coach Rola. Coach Rola is the head of coaches in Uganda. Coach Rola, the chairman. All coaches in the Coaches Association is the big man. So just because he's not here doesn't mean that this one is better than him. No. It's just the team selection has given him a chance. Yeah, maybe he also has a box on the team, but also we look at maybe he's been exposed more. He's been in many other countries, so want to give others also a chance. Yeah, because Rola just came. What do you see? Just see. No. Or when the UOC. Or one of 2% you are Saudi Arabia. To what you call Kwayo. Now this is what they call Australia, what they call Senegal, Mozambique. Like he's been in many places. So my style of leadership is also to give other coaches a chance. So once they go, they learn many things. And maybe next time it will be Semambo, maybe it will be Coach Kawiye. So we have to Kurachi. To choose Coach Lihanda, you are in Japan. You are in Japan for Olympics. So we don't Kurachi. Even in Birmingham, he was there with the team. So we don't want to have one person going all the time. Next time it could be Coach Isma. Nga go against the team. Watch together. So to be Nganze as an ITO, first of all, Tulakinga style. Coach Bayanja, Babusa Fete Baina style. Ngabo gamba nti abakongo baina style. You've seen how they box. No gamba nti oba abamoroko baina style yaabwe. Noza fetura muka style akaba na Uganda, tubana Uganda bakola ki? Bakuba bwe bati. Empaka ze tuwadde mu zona zonranga omukongo luyingira bwatulawo abanga gundi ngaka pitch. Misinde pu fight ekozeki. So I've watched all of you fight nete tuinachi style kati ekyo kidawa Coach Rola ne Coach Mayanja ne team yona yonanga we muri. Leka tuwena identity yaffe nti bana Uganda bakola ki? Nti babombaze ne style ki? Aba Mozambique wabalaba wadi Mozambique. Style ya nti boba kubabwe bati. So I think twetaaga okufuna engeri y'okuimproving ku style yaffe. Tuwena identity. Coach Isima, Coach Bule, Tribe, gundi tebazalwa tulakinga style. Simanyi bana mukirabye buli mwana azanya kiche. You understand? Which is okay. Nature machunyi gwanga ngabwaga nti Brazil soccer. Nti Brazil wasamba we bati. So I think you need to work on that issue. The other challenge jendabye on almost all of you muje bit slow. Ka speed. Nabali jakone Coach Isima ku mabali. Ngolaba bamukoye trading, I don't know. But you're sluggish, mudi slow. Or joke, you're very slow. Captain, now we fight you on Jirabenga Olava, a bit slow. I don't know what you're going to do about speed. Because Maragwenda Vie Bate Ngechine Nyakuba Panchi Satu. Ainga Nakuba Satu Nakurachi, Navao. Maybe you'd want to do more because by the Avantu Mugenda Mbakba to Vinji. Wakubwe bikonde bingi bikonde bina bitano. Ate bwabikuba somehow asitadduka nnyo kuvaawo era asigala kumpi awo because idea de bwokuba omuntu ebikonde bisatu ate n'omuwa space, right? Kitegezo olina okuddamu awo okole ki okomewo. So why don't you okuba ebyo ebisatu ne bwoba ogenda kusala n'osayiraawo n'osigalawo gwennyini nga tovuddeewo. So I think nekyo mulina okirowoozaako because bwe mutakikola wala bagenda kikola. Good enough for coach bana by the experience in all these competitions. So a chintu cha speed naye nga kitusumbwa muko. Then Mr. Aziz, your head is open. They are going to knock you out. Because heavyweight only one punch you're finished. Era what you work on omwana Idris. Twali Cameroon. Idris very good boxer. But because he was open one punch. So you've done very well, you're very aggressive, but I think the head movement, and also it's a bit open. And then your advantage, because if you're doing heavyweight, your advantage is head movement and attacking, right? Because you're fighting with Herbert. Herbert is a tall guy, right? You can only box him if you go in. But to go in, you must dodge the punches. It's as simple as that. Because your weight is going to attract tall people. Because most of these guys from Europe, they're all tall people. So now your advantage is get in. Close in, receive less, and you've won. Simple. Because you have heavy punches, but you're a bit far. You're fighting like as if you're an Ojok. Ojok has the liberty to fight from a distance, but you need to close in. Your weight is nungi nnyo, esooka mu competition, naye nawe oli very slow. Because your weight esooka boxer nga 15. Bugizo oba ne chance okukola ki kufuna omudaali. Kyoba n'oli omwana yafuna omudaali onani? Teddy Nakimuli kyamwanguira because weight tereeta nnyo bantu. Okitegeera? So that means olina okukozesa that advantage. Noono omwana ono ogundi Nanziri. Isi Nanziri saa zino mbeera mulaba gamba Olympic champion naye yaqualifyingira Senegal because first of all weight teyali mu bantu. Ekyokubiri gundi points nezimuyambako because yawangula fight nga bbiri yali angulemu. Nenga weight teri mu nyoki bantu kitegeeza kikwanguyira qualifyinga. Now once you've gone omaze okukola ki okuyitawo. So gwe tukusubiramu omudaali gwe you have no excuse. Aziz Ringo no excuse. Now kati Batego tulina okwongeramu muki because weight yereta abantu bangi ojja kusanga yo ngotwalikidde group of 32 bona bajiwomu kati kitegeeza olinga era abajjukira obulungi. If you watched Commonwealth Days aggwa ono boxer waffe Joshua tukamuhebwa. Joshua, he knocked out almost everybody but the journey was too long. Kati agenda okutuuka okuyingira quarters nga bambi akoye afunye injuries but yakuba abazungu bonna. But his problem was the waiting erimu abantu. So kati kyekimu ne bate no joke your weight. So akati you have to prepare for those long weights, long fights, because most likely ogenda kwira ku 32 nawe gwe nono. So kitegeeza the coaches mean okukibeera in the back of your mind how you prepare them. First of all utasustaining injuries nyingi then abanga so going all the way. So coach Yanda, you need to also guide game planning webachita mupira. So kakati wait endale sigadde eyo no Emily for we expect a medal. You have no excuse. Emily, she's lucky every competition she has gone far come on omudali. She has never missed a medal. I told you mwala ya kusungwa yataninga professional. Oyo mwala we gundi Cape Verde. Tagana kujja. Oyawadatira okusumbwa. There's only one person disturbing her in the whole of Africa. Otherwise should have been African champion. But you are lucky tagenda kujja na mu Commonwealth kwa bogera French. So kati bali Portuguese kakati go mudali okola ki era ogulete tugutwale wa coach Kabuye siko situko mwana akulabe koyo. This is his coach Kabuye ogo mudali tukola ki tugwetaaga. So ladies and gentlemen, ebyensobola okuobservinga je twetaaga okukola ku side yaffe nga federation ne national council tujja kontinga okwengeginga nabo naye kyembasaba muno tinga ebintu ebyenjogeddeko nga bikulu nnyo. Point endala gisasobola kwerabira is the importance of Commonwealth Games to your life as a boxer, because nga bwe mbagambye nti baboxer 86 bapima ku novice bona bandyagadde omukisa okubeera mu Commonwealth Games naye Katonda eddusa alisudde kuki kumwe. So no Rachel, do whatever you can to make sure until you make the best out of this competition. One, mujja kusanga you have observers who can easily identify you and become a professional at a higher level. Mujukira bungi Nyakana Godfrey ne Justin Juko bazanya Commonwealth I think 1990 ne bafuna gold medal ne bafunye oba promoter abakabi. Nyakana yanyumiza nti bamusigning emitwalo 5 aga $, 1990, because he got a gold medal and the promoter took him up with $500,000. That's 1990. Kitegeeza if you get a gold buno bwavu woli musokola ki kakati your joke Aziz, you have only like maybe 4 weeks to go, either to choose to become rich or become the decision is yours. The decision is what? You have only 4 weeks of chemis wofuna gold nga chiwedde. That's how you also made it. The other thing that I know is National Council era bwewangula omudaali ekuwayo kuki because Ted Nachimuli bwe yavaayo bamwamya 35 million 35 million bamwa 35 Ted Nachimuli 30 bamwa million 30. So kakati okuva tuli mu June sekyo between June and August you guys have a decision to make, either to become rich or stay poor. If you don't become rich in Scotland, National Council will give you the money, right? Because they gave Ted 30 million shillings. The other guy who got gold got 50, I think, because Ted got 30 because she had a bronze. So if you get gold, 50 million cash, they gave her. After they gave her money, she even stopped doing boxing. You don't see her anywhere anymore. She got her capital and left boxing. So the job is before you. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the best we can give you for now. The camp is still ongoing. We expect to train harder. We shall continue engaging National Council, UOC, to make sure everything goes as planned. Where there is money, we shall give it to you. Where there is anything, we shall make sure it's provided to you. So tuberenga tuli focused, tetudambya kuyomba yomba, tetumekubeera ng'odongoto. Ffe tubeere kukigendererwa kyaffe. Lino mulirabe ng'ekkubo erikola ki? Eribatwala mu nsi ensuubize. Kooki lwe yateruga nti ebirungi biriwa? Ebirungi biriwa kooki? So kakati chansi yammwe yeeno, ekkubo lyeno tewali kkubo ddala lyonna. Because you're a boxer, you have the Commonwealth ahead of you, do the best you can and make yourself an achiever for yourself, for your family, for everybody.